Okay, I'll try and give you hugs whilst I'm making stuff, okay? So if we're going to play now, we should be able to use this. Hello. I'm getting cat kisses. Bless. I had to take her to the vets today. So she's a little, like, out of it. So this might be why she's giving me a little bit more love than usual. Hold on, busy. Don't chew my... Don't chew it. I don't like the fact that it goes... Does that button, does that dragger? I probably shouldn't be looking around with this again. Handle, slider. Why do you darken when clicked? Raycast padding. No, that's not it. This is the slider. But I'm not sure if, that's what making it darker, if that's what it is. But how are you doing, guys? How are you doing? It is the end of the week. Finally. It is finally the end of the week. And I can get a little bit of game work done, hopefully. Hello, kitten. Hi. Yes, hello. Very good. Yes, very good. Pretty good. That is good to hear. That is good to hear. Week has been very much on and off. But, managed to get in, some Christmas shopping yesterday, so that's all good. And then had to get on the train today with this cat. Hello, why are you eating my jumper? You're just eating my jumper. Okay. That's fine. Okay, I'm not sure what that drag is all about, but that's fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue. The Last Faith literally absorbed you. How is it? How is The Last Faith? Obviously, I'm assuming it's good, seeing as it has absorbed you. So I assume. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Right, if I... Yes, what does the slider? Kitten, why are you chewing my jumper? Similar to Blasphemous, more weapons to choose from. Ooh, yeah, because Blasphemous, obviously, the whole lore is around that one. Have I spilt pizza juice or something on my jumper? I must have done. There's something on my jumper you like, isn't there? I think it might be cheese. Or mayonnaise. Tell me about the weapons. How are the weapons? Are they good? Right, we are copying the options, text. Oh no, hang on. There we go. They are... how did I make this? Did I do an options menu? Follow? There's even guns? But you don't use them? Would you say it's more like a Dark Soulsy or a more Bloodborne-y? If you've played them. Because obviously guns is a bit more like Bloodborne. Are guns used for damage or for parry? I'm trying to find... Being very stupid here. Hello, kitten. It's obviously not on there, is it? It's on the 2 terabyte one. Yes. Flawless. There we go. UI tests. Did I do an options menu? No, I didn't get round to that. Yes, we're winging it. We're winging it for people. Compare it to Bloodborne and Castlevania a lot. Well, that's a good mashup. That's not a bad mashup. Lems. It's in Lems. Why are you cleaning me? It should be the opposite. I'm cleaning out your little eyes as well, they're a little gucky. That's on. What volume would this be? Boss fights are really fun. Are they well paced in terms of like skill level, or is it quite grindy? Because Blasphemous only felt a bit grindy, but to get to the locations and then to buy them only because I was doing it in a random order. Depends. Depends. Right, what do we call it? What volume? Music. Oops. I'm gonna have a music, and then I'm gonna have sound effects. Or should it just be like audio and then SFX? With some boss fights I don't have any problems, but with 1 or 2 it was grinding. I mean, that's not too bad. That strikes me as like a good balance of like a bit of a challenge here, and then a couple ones of just like, here you go, here's some lore bosses. Fight through them for just the fun sake of it. So we're challenging some of them. Right, we have that. What's he say next? What does this do say next? I'm just gonna put them in the middle. Alright. Hold, sir, hold. Hold right there. I'm gonna copy some of this. I want to copy that. And move it down. Do I want them to be this long? Yeah, that's fine. Music. I just see out the corner of my eye this small kitten just looking up at me like, Mother, what are you doing? Hello? I'm sorry for the trauma of taking you to the vets today. Music, SFX. Oops. SFX. Oops. And then I need to look at some option menus. There's a UI website that I used to use. Is it UI data? Ooh, UI database. Yeah, game UI database, which is. Hey, Blast Masood on here. I'll pop it here. Because it's a lot of fun. Put it down. Here we go. And basically, it shows you like UI of a bunch of different games, and it can help you plan out stuff and what you might need. So if I type in game settings menu, yeah, search. Yep, browse. That does not help. Hang on. Settings menu. I probably don't need to use the word game, considering these are all games. Here we go, and it gives me a bunch of menus and stuff and different layouts of what I might need. That looks like Demon Souls. Oh, it's because it is. That's why. So it's like game, controller, display, audio, like there's a ton of stuff. That's cool. I used to use it at work to obviously just be like, hey, we need a settings menu, and I'm like, right, they don't know what settings they want yet, so I can go to this website and basically figure out what it is. Options at the top. They do align it down the side. Should I have sub menus? That would be nice. Let me pop it up here. Because this is just options in general instead of having a large scroller. Yeah, we can rough these up a little bit. This, that, that. No idea if that's in the center. It doesn't look like it is. That looks like the center. Ish. Figure out we're doing this. Where do you want to snap? Oh, you don't want to snap to the middle anymore. Right. That's fine. Next. We can make buttons for these in a sec. This would be the audio. audio, and then that. Actually, hang on. There we go. Right, I should probably make a separate thing here. Was it a UI? What did he use? Did you just make an empty? Probably did. And then I'll just name that as side. Oops. Side menu. And then I'll copy that text, paste it here, under there. Oh, you're gonna be annoying. Oh, what was that thing? What did I need to do to get things to work? UI. I don't think it was panel. I think it was canvas. Create an empty parent. I need that there. Options. Technically it's within options, I guess, but then options does need to be larger. Oh boy, this is about to get messy. Hang on. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. Options, if I copy, paste that, but delete everything inside. Technically I want that in like that. Hang on, let me think about this. It does need to be a sub-menu. Inside. Yes. That will then say audio. Ooh. Okay. What have they got? They've actually got options quite small at the top. I don't have to completely base it off of what someone's done here, but I can trial, see how it looks, and then adjust from there. What do they have? They have audio. Yeah, display is a good one to have. It's what? Display. Should probably name these as well, shouldn't I? Display. Audio. Options. Side. That says options. Text. Music. Text. SFX text. SFX text. Name that music slider. Just gonna name everything as well. It just makes it a little bit better. Music slider. Audio slider. For audio. SFX. Lol. Text. Just need to put the word text at the end of that. So I know it's like a button and not a thing. Although I could. Hang on. Let me delete that. Go back to the main menu and grab the start button, because I can probably put those down the side. Oops. That is saving. Inside. There we go. Hello, kitten. So instead of start, that can have. There you go. Ooh. Why am I spelling that? Aod. Beautiful. That text is looking just a little bit too big for me personally. It's fine for the main menu, but a little bit smaller. The word audio looks weird now. Word audio definitely looks weird. Right, there we go. So that now has button states. Button. Oops. Why can't I do a capital? E for button. There we go. Button. And the next one can be. Is it going to be display? Display. Splat. Display. Button. Change that to display. Oops. Display. It'll be a little boring stuff for a while, just until we get everything set up, and then we can start connecting everything up. Okay, display, and then what other settings do we need? I'd just like to put all these in, and then if we don't use them, then we can just blur them out, but or just remove them. But language would be a nice one. I'd love to be able to have different languages. Language. Oh, that's in capitals. There we go. There you go. I can properly shuffle these around in a sec. I can probably make this a little bit bigger. Oh, that doesn't have the button? Button. There we go. Language button. It doesn't actually have sound, voices, camera. No. What's on this? Graphics. I guess that's under display, isn't it? And then I guess I really would like to be able to do controller layout. What would I just put that as? Would I just put that as layout, maybe? I'll just put the word layout now. Oops. Layout. There we go. Right. The word button. Okay, if I grab all these, can we shimmy them? There is an option. Just didn't know if there was an auto... There is an auto shimmy option. I know that. I'm just wondering if... Is it a UI thing? Layout, that's it. It's a canvas group. Grid layout group. Vertical layout group. Oh! Where did they go? Where did all my buttons go? Don't do that. Upper left. Middle right. Oh boy. Maybe that is not the one I need to use. I have my buttons back. That's not the component I want to add. Let's try grid layout. No, that doesn't seem right. What about horizontal? No, where are they going? Oh, I see. I see. Right. Okay. Hang on a sec. Yeah, that's it now. Okay, that's fine. Control size. No, that's... We don't want that. I need that. Height? No, that's fine. Upper left? Where are we putting these? That seems fine. If you can hear my partner yelling downstairs, it is just because he's training the dog and doing an excellent job. Padding. I don't want padding. I want, like, less... Where's 10? Oh, let's see. Ooh, not that much. Okay, we're getting there. Hang on. 30's too much. 35. They are now evenly distributed. Yeah, that is in the middle as well. Cool, right. Don't have to worry about that anymore. They are now evenly distributed. Close that now. Realize I'm probably gonna have to put these in empties. The back can stay, but these need to go in their own section. Do I make an empty? We're learning as we go. Empty parent. Empty parent goes in here. I don't want to. Okay, no. Ooh! I don't know what happened. It's fine. I think I held down the undo a little too long. Oh, if I just do. Aha. That. Right. This is called. Or no. Oh yes. Audio. That's audio. Do need those to just shuffle up a little bit. And then I think I'm going to be popping in. I'm laying all these out before continuing with his tutorial, because his tutorial is probably going to be wrapping up in like a little bit. If I just get the audio thing done, and then we can look at display language and layout stuff at another date. At least we then got a basic thing. I guess the other ones are his other menu tutorial, which would be toggles, which is fine. Okay, should we leave that for now? Probably should leave that for now. Seems all good. Why have you got an X across your text? You. Why? Incoming ad. Snooze. You guys can see that. Options text. Yeah, why? Nope. Wait, does that come across in the play? Doesn't. That just worked just fine though. That's fine. Alrighty. Now I believe he goes to hook them up. That's the options. Just gonna untick that so we can't see it. Put the main menu back on. Which are all very cramped. I don't like that. Hang on. There we go. Minus 55. Minus 40. Minus 45. Minus 50. Yeah, that's good. You guys, will it shrink the size? It will not. There we go. Oh no. No, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. I'll just have to manually resize those. There you go, that's a bit better. Kitten is snoring on my lap. Fucking adorable. Yeah, that looks okay. The blur just looks better than it should. I want to shuffle the cameras. There we go. Right. Right. Let's link some things up. How does he say we do this? Script? Okay, so we're on the main menu. Add component. Going to type in main menu. Add new script. I'm gonna name it main menu. Script has been added. Okay, how do we open this? You should be in scripts. Get in the scripts folder. Get in there. Scripts. Main menu, there we go. Should load up in a minute. I hope. There we go. Drag this across. Drag this across. Yeah. Code. Delicious. The kid just banged her head on the table. No. Oh, you poor kitten. Bonkers. No need for bonkers. Sweet cheese. Little cat. Oh yeah, I'm surprised that did wake you up actually. I'm not surprised. Okay, right, what's he doing? What is he doing? What is he using? Using Unity Engine 13. Get ready for my spelling mistakes. It has been some time since we've coded. Oh boy. Play game. Ad break. We don't want that. Scene manager. Load scene. That is not correct. That is correct. Right, now what does it say? Oh, no. Hold on. Hold on, Buckaroo. I need to be able to write that down. Oh, he didn't actually use that. He just went scene manager get active scene build index +1. Did he add a space here? +1. That. This. Okay. No issues found. Alrighty. Hello? Get active, Seeb. Not seen. Knew there'd be a spelling mistake. Where is it? Get active. Scene. There we go. There we go. An active scene. Where are you going, kitten? You want uppies? You good for now. You're making progress very slow, little kitten. Oh, she's so snoozy. She's so snoozy. She's so tired. Where am I going? Build settings, file, build settings. I see. Right, okay. Go to scenes. Main menu. Can I change this? Things in build. There we go, right. I'll go to start button. One click. Hold on there, buckaroo. What did you just drag? He just grabs and drags the main menu, huh? Grabs and drags the main menu. Uh-huh. Wait. So you're telling me if I click this, loads us into the game. Alright, okay. I'll definitely need like a loading screen. So these are things that I really need to think about later and not get stuck on now. However, this is very cool. This is very nice. I like this. Ooh, in we go to the script. I'm gonna let him type it all out and then I'm gonna type it in. Is that it? Should close down the program. Where has he put this? Just after there. Void. Edit game. Application. Oops. Is that it? Who hold your horses, sir. Where? I don't know where that video was playing. It was playing somewhere, but it was not on my monitor. Shuffle back a little bit. Let's see where he typed. There we go. Okay, and then just debug. Log. We wanted to say quit. I'll do capitals. Did he add a semicolon on the end? He did. He also got rid of that. Oops. Go on. Save. Falling out there, are you kitten? No, she's in like a little hammock. Okay. If I click this now, will it come up with a debug log saying... It doesn't... Doesn't come up. Because I haven't linked it up. That would be useful. That's the main menu. Function quick game. There we go. I was wondering why it wasn't working. I hadn't actually told it what to do. There we go. It quits. Already ahead of you, my guy. Click our options button. Scroll down to here. We reference the main menu. Reference the options menu directly. Okay. Set active. We go here now. Hey! Okay, we haven't set up the back one yet. If we go into our options, let me see if I can do this without training wheels. I click on the back button. Go here. I want to go to the main menu. Open it up. At the same time, I want it to close that. So if I go here, I go options, back, options, back, options, back. There you go. These don't do anything yet, and these aren't hooked up to anything yet. But we can now go to and from the options. That's cool. That's nice. Ooh. Okay. That's our basic menu. Done. Already done that, my guy. Already ahead of you. Nice, nice. Now, whilst I'm here, I'm going to do that with the options menu that I have. Although we're not using it yet, it will just mean that the buttons are already hooked up. Can I turn that off? I can. I don't want that inside there. There we go. There we go. Yeah, right. Okay. There's more than... Hang on. Okay. So if I click on... If I click on the audio button, it isn't a whole new scene. I guess it's just this. This is audio. Hang on. Now for some reason this is making my head go weird. If I click on the audio, I want it to get rid of... I want that. But I don't have any separate things yet. Hang on, let me paste, paste, paste. Just for the sake of things. Display. Language. Oops. Layout. These. Okay, and then obviously to make these different, it's going to do this. That is just going to say play. And then unclick that, go into language. This will now say language. Oops. language. And select. Here, that. And we select this and just put layout. Where we know which one is which. If we click audio button, drag the display in. If we click the audio button, we do not want the display active. And we do not want the language active. We do not want the layout active. We go here, display button. I want the display active. I don't want the audio active. Oh, that is the wrong one. Language. Layout. Language button. Nearly that. I'm hoping this works. I would want that active. But I wouldn't want the audio display layout. Go. And the layout button. We want the layout button on. Audio. Display. Language. I'm not gonna slip off there, are you kidding? You might do. She's all wrapped up in some form of mini cocoon. It's very adorable. Right, okay. Let's trial. We go to, oops. Turn that off. Go to main menu. Oh wait, hang on. Technically the first option we want on main menu is not layout. It's the audio. Edit. If this works. Go to options. Start with audio. Go to display. Says display. Language. Language. Layout. Layout. Yeah. Beautiful. Love it. And then we click back. Nice. Okay, that's all the buttons I think we need. At least to begin with. I think there is a way to just... I'll need to make a menu whilst in game. What button do people usually press to get to the main menu? Because if it's escape, I think I've already synced up escape to just closing the game. Project settings. Where is... like, thingy layout? No, it's not package manager. I see it in my head. It's basically where you go to change all of the... where you add in all of the controller thingies. First of all, I'm gonna save. Let's exit play mode to save. I mean, that's fair. Is it under project settings? Input manager? That's it. That's not what I was thinking it was, though. Okay. There doesn't seem to be like an immediate shoot out of the game. Hang on. There we go. There's the door I need to adjust. Oops, bonked my head. Right, I need to add in a health bar, which means, hang on. Because we'll probably get to midway UI at some point. We can do some sketches. We need this up. We could have that up just in case. I'm pretty sure I mocked up some ideas for UI health on my iPad, but iPad is dead. So we're just gonna mock them up again. It'll be fine. Which I can change the name of the stream to like making health bars. Designing a health bar. Ooh, that's in capitals. And with that yawn, that is time for an energy drink. Which I should not be tired at this time. Though I did a lot of walking today. Spin. Oh, kitten, you just decided to sleep over there. That's fair. Welcome to Photoshop tab. That is what it says. Here you can see my Stardew Valley redraws. My photos of pumpkin picking and vegetables. A buffalo, a bison buffalo, and my dog. PK, did you see the coding we just did? Well, I say coding, it wasn't a lot. Should probably not put that there, because then I can't see the chat. No? Look, PK, look. You're gonna be so proud. Look. We have not just one, but two sliders. Separate menus for when we can have are separate things. A back button, a quit, and a start. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Which is now led me to the section of I probably can now skedoodle onto the health bar. I want to obviously put in a pause menu later on in the game, but for now this is just like it's a good just when I load into the game, it's not just the game anymore, it's an actual like thing. Animations for pressing buttons and stuff, or you just mean like on the screen in general? Because I will probably add I want to have the screen animated. Does it react to hover? It should do. Yeah, it reacts to hover. It just lights up on the hover. And then if you click start, it clicks down. You go to, oops. You go to options. There you go. We got our hovers, it's all good. Animation when opening a menu. Yeah. Currently it just obviously jumps across. Time to add a loading screen. Is a loading screen difficult? If it's not, then I'll plug in my, I'd like to have a... Ooh, what would I have in the bottom? I don't know. Hey, you told me how to add in the, splash screen, so I assumed you knew. How to... Hang on, Unity... Loading screen. I'm assuming it can't be that difficult, right? There's a 4-minute tutorial. My games just load everything on start, no loading screens. There's a 4-minute tutorial.
First of all, we have a load button to load the scene, and we have a loading panel to show during loading. In this panel, there are loading bar and fill image. We need to choose fill images type as filled and...
That is too quick. I need something a little slower.
Now, in this example, I'm going to give you more of a real-world example from a main menu to a scene which has much more content in it, lots of assets, and it does take much longer to load. And you can see in the background my example when it's built out. Now, you've got to remember that loading in Unity, if you want to create a loading screen on one of those classic loading bars, it's an asynchronous operation. And asynchronous means it all loads in the background whilst the scene is still running in the first place. So it finds all the game objects and such, puts it all into memory for then it to be used. Now, the problem is, in Unity, by default, Unity's editor doesn't actually do an asynchronous operation very well. You can make your entire Unity freeze, and that's obviously not very good. But the difference is, if you build the game out, like my example in the background, it's fine. And be sure to check out all the great sales and everything for Black Friday and all the
Interesting.
for this month. Be sure to come check out my Patreon if you want to get access to this project.
Okay.
And over 165 more.
He's
I've got a main menu here,
well,
which
yep.
is on a canvas, which is on this set. The order sort of zero. And I've got another, which is a loading screen, which will actually go over the top, which, as you can see there, it's got
What is his Unity layout?
screen, and that's got a sort order of 1. So it's
Okay, right. So we need... Alright. Right. Okay. Canvas. This is just gonna be main options. That's just gonna be what that's called. And then I believe I need to create a new empty. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do this. Do that. That's gonna be called loading. I'm just gonna get rid of everything inside. What's the sorting order for this? Sort order 1. That's 0, right? That's what we have.
It's always above no matter where it is, but in the code we'll disable one and enable the other just to make sure it always works. And on this,
Did you get a HP bar? That's what we were gonna work on, but now you you distracted me with the loading. We're gonna work on the health bar. We've got to design it first. Obviously, we can mock up like a quick one in Unity, but I would like to also design it a little bit before as well. Do a little bit of artsy stuff. But now I considering this tutorial is like 8 minutes, I want to assume it's relatively easy to apply a simple loading screen, even if it just says loading in the corner. I can add like an animation or something later on. It'd just be nice to get these like extra scenes in, because then it just feels like it's padding out the game a little bit. It'd be nice. Slider. Sir, are you skipping parts of the tutorial to make it quicker? He is, that bastard. Right, okay. I need a 2D object. I need... Where's she? I need a square. Give me square. Make it that. Why is my square not showing up? This is so stupid. I hate that it does this. I'll bring this in. Okay. Paste it, right? What I'm gonna do, I'm going to add a square. Where's my square? Fine, we're not allowed a square. Can I add in an image? Image is in, right? Get rid of this. Delete. We have our image. Our image will be that. How do I... Wrong square? What do you mean wrong square? How do I make it bigger? It's because I'm in-game. Lol. Like that. There we go. There we go. Right. This will be loading. And that will be layer 1. Okay, that's fine. He's got a slider, which I think is in UI Elements slider. We love how my sliders went last time. I would love it if there was a slider all the way along the bottom. I feel like that'd be quite cool. Zoom in. Move it to the bottom. So then maybe if it loads along, she can like run along the bottom or something. That'd be cute. Hide the handle. Fill area can be, oh no, background can be, it can be white, but just make it like this. And then the fill area, fill, can it be, can the color be something? Material, yes. Can I drag material in there to make it a pretty color? Probably can't. Cannot. No. Right. That's fine. It's fine. Just go like this. There we go. Okay, he has a slider. Why does that pop off the end like that? Should be fine. That should be fine. That's all good. Have a slider. Can I change the value that's here? What did he do? Slider. Oh! You can just adjust it here. That's fine.
But you can just create it on the canvas by right-clicking UI and choosing slider. Then what we want to do is we want to create an empty game object, so you can right-click and then click create empty.
Empty game object. So this looks so last gen, it's going to load momentarily anyway. Just add a loading text instead. Usually they just have a spinning symbol, don't they? Let me get rid of... I'll keep the slider for now, just so I can make sure that it's loading... Was it perpetually or something? I can always just, like, turn it off and put something else in, but then at least I know that it's technically doing its job in loading everything in the background, because I'm assuming we'll pair up the assets to this slider, and then it will show, I'm assuming. I would, however, like to do this. Oh my god, that's tiny. You don't like just dragging and dropping items in, do you? Just not like it. Rotate. That is not fully rotated. 90. Okay. I didn't want that item in the slider. There we go. I just want it like here. There we go. Oh! Where did it go? Okay, that's fine. Okay, just like this maybe. Just want a little bit of blue at the bottom. Stretch out further so we get a better gradient. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Can't remember when you've seen a loading bar. Yeah, it's usually really old games that have loading bars usually.
I'm just gonna call this the async manager, and then what I'm going to do.
What did you call an async manager? Oh, you created an empty, didn't you? Create empty. Async manager.
Down below is I'm just going to create a new C# script and just call this async loader, and then we'll
New C# script, you say? New C# create new C# seashells on the seashore. New C#. What did you call that, sir? Async loader. What'd you do with that, good sir?
click on the async manager and just add it to that object there.
This.
So then we'll open up in Visual Studio. So first,
Open it up. Open it up.
well, we need a bunch of collections on namespaces that we're going to use. So we're going to use Unity Engine.ui and
I'm gonna wait for him to type this out.
scene management. So we're
And then I'm gonna copy it over.
Also use square brackets, serialized field, then we're going to have private game object, and this is going to be our loading screen. So the thing that's going to appear when we load, we'll just copy this line, paste it below, and call this our main menu, because that's the thing I want to disable, just to make sure that we don't be able to interact with it. And then below, again, instead of it being a game object this time, we'll have this as a slider, but because we use the Unity UI, we can do this, and I'm just going to call this my loading slider, and I'm just adding some quick hands at the top just to make it look neater in the inspector.
Right, okay. That's a chunk. We'll do it chunk by chunk. So he is added. Using Unity Engine UI. Using Unity Engine Scene Management. Yes. Spelling mistakes, please. Oh my god. He's put some headers just to make it neater. I'm going to copy so I know what I'm looking at. Menu screen. Oops. Menu screens. Oh. Serialized field. Private game object. Loading screen. Serialized field. Private object menu. Is that what he's called it? Has he done snake case for his? Mine's 2 capitals. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. Main menu. Capital. I'm just gonna copy what he did, and if it doesn't work, then I'll have a look at the naming conventions. Just copy the code. His is a video tutorial. He hasn't popped it down anywhere. I'm scrolling. Yeah, he hasn't written it down anywhere. Doesn't have links? No. He has the links to all the stuff you can buy from him. But not the thing. Which is usually the case with most tutorials, to be fair. I think unless it's a big tutorial, where they're like, right, people probably want to make sure that they've got the correct thing. It's rare to see them just have it down at the bottom. They want people to watch the video so they can get more money from the views. Which makes sense. They put in the hard work. I will gladly watch the video. This means that I have to make sure I'm careful with my tone. Excited. Get this up. Man, looking at the way your Visual Studio is configured is so painful. Hey, I'm not a coder. I don't know how it should or should not be configured. What's this? Update. Update, please. I don't know how this is meant to be configured.
When we want to access something on the button, so we press our load button, we want to do something, so we click on. I often like to use a string because then I actually know which level it'll. But to do that, we can use a coroutine, so we need to use a load operation because we want to use this after. It loads all the game assets in the background.
I'm skipping forward. Skipping forward. We can fix one thing with one checkbox. That sounds good. Clicking one checkbox sounds nice. That doesn't sound too difficult. We can do that. We can do that. For every time Lo-Fi has written something wrong, I did one push-up. Alright, where's the checkbox? Where are we going? You can't just say yay and then not tell me where it is. Is it gonna be in window settings? A new app. Open Visual Studio installer. That's not one checkbox. I don't even know if I have the installer. Black Friday deals. Visual Studio installer. I do have the installer. Open. Alright, what am I doing? Where am I going? More. Modify. Where's all of this? What is this mess? Scroll down. You've scrolled. Game dev with Unity. This one? Ticket. Yay. Modify. No, uncheck. What are we unchecking? It's okay. Hang on. It's doing its thing. Let it do its thing. Oh, hello. Doing a thing. Now we wait. Very patiently. This is where it's like... There you go. If it's just like, oh, you gotta restart your PC for these to take effect, then I will not be restarting my PC right now for them to take effect. We will wait. It's like, sorry guys, let me just restart my PC mid-stream, don't worry. I'll be right back. Close the stream. This might take a while. Sweep, sweep. Cleaning up. Huh? No, you said to uncheck something. What are we unchecking? It's fine. It's done. It's fine, it's done. What is this? Recovered files. Recover. It should have saved. Yeah, there we go. Alright. What did it do? I don't see what it changed. I don't see what it did. Right, next. Close the studio. Open the C++ from Unity. Oh! What did it do? I see it looks different. Is it just made it cleaner? It's just clean now? That's fine if it's clean. Load button. Bring level to load. Well, it's still broken, but less. At least it looks like more presentable. Whereas before it just kind of looked like a very broken mess. Does it hurt your eyes less? That's all I request. Does it hurt your eyes less? False. False. Loading do. Don't even know if this will work, but I enumerator. This must be very painful to look at as I just slowly type all of this out. It's the only thing I can do. To load. And he does it. He does it. Team manager. Load in a link level to load. Right, hang on. He's now typing. Press tab to autocomplete more often. I can't look at this screen and look what he's typing up here at the same time. So I don't know when I need to autocomplete. Okay. Skipping forward so I can just type. Tab. Float progress value. Math F. Need some juice, Nightbot? Nightbot, you're talking an awful lot. Something that probably doesn't need juice. Loading. Ooh. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but at least we tried it. Seeing if there's any. So there's no issues found. Ah. What is that? 9. Head. Header. No issues, my ass. 29. Cannot convert from double to foil. You could please save and check one utility setting first real quick. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Where are we going? Project settings? Edit, preferences, external tools, external script editor. External tools. External script editor. Where is the external script editor? Set to Visual Studio. What am I setting to? Oh, this one? Yeah. Are we ticking any of these? Is that it? Or are we ticking any of them? We're gonna get packages? We're gonna player projects? Or is that it? Is that all good? All? Tick all? We tick all. There we go. Yes? Is that it? Is that good? Regenerate. Button. I did click it. Yeah, I clicked it. It's done. Necklace. Studio. And open C shop bar. Save. Close. Again. Yes. Ooh, what is this doing? What is that? What is going on? What do you mean ready? Where's my thing? Where's the thing I want to open? Gonna uncheck some? Aye. We don't need Git. We don't have Git on here. Uncheck on. Did I keep these up? Because that's what they had originally. Yeah, keep the original. Pick the regen. Open up again. Well, 49 is better than 77. Right. I can see my stuff. I have no idea what this is on the side. That can just sit there and look pretty. Wait a sec. Still too much. Is there anything in the bottom left? This? No, background task is running. Autocomplete? Highlighting? Error checking? This? You got it on it? I have it. Oh, what is this? What's this do? Look at the code. I am looking at the... Oh! Hack. Oh. Oh. Okay, what's wrong with this? Oh, it's now properly integrated now? Oh! Oh. Thank you! I still don't know what this is yelling at. What is this yelling at me about? Click the small light bulb. It wants a float. He didn't put a float in. But it wants the float. How do I select this? Click that. This. I want that. Give it to me. There you go. That. Okay. There we go. Right. It's added that. Does that make it happy? Is that what it wants? Unknown behavior is missing. On what? What unknown behavior is missing? Is it this? No. Something about the script. It doesn't... It's doing something it doesn't like. What do you want about? See what this guy's... Oh my god, he's going back and adding shit. No, sir, this was not the deal. You were meant to be done. Right, where is he putting that? This should help with my dyslexic ass, so thank you very much. It's like, why is it not working? It's like the copious amount of spelling mistakes. Level 2 load. Yeah, that's what I want. Save. Just type first 3 letters and click enter. What am I typing the first 3 letters and where? Or what? Excuse me, what?
Wants to access the slider that we created, which is the loading slider.
Async wants to access slider. You can have the slider.
Main menu, which is just my
Main menu. And loading screen. There. Instead of typing function names and variable names when writing code. Oh! I mean, I think once I get back into the swing of code again, that should be fine of doing it. It's only because I am looking at this guy whilst typing. Because I was doing that when properly trying to figure stuff out by myself. Typing away. And doing the little stuff. And I'll be like, oh, it's filling out. Okay. It's doing the things. Ad break. Gosh dang, ad break. Disable the loading screen canvas and put back the main screen. Hold up. Get that alarm back. I see, right. So really, the start button should go to async instead now. If I go start. Hang on. Go to load async. Or did he shuffle back? Load level button. Load level.
Asking for a string. Now I know that I want to load this level, so I can just copy it from my scene, and then we can just paste it in here. So I'm like,
Scene area 1. Ooh. It does not want me to drop that in there. Weirdly.
I know that I want to load this level, so I can just copy it from my scene, and then we can just paste it in here.
Oh, he just copies the name. He doesn't drag the whole thing. Well, this might spell trouble later on, because obviously you don't always want to load in area 1. You want to load in your last save spot. So maybe, actually, just do that. Actually, hang on. Undo. Hang on, undo. Again, yeah, right, okay. It's the load button that needs a function. You. What do you say? That's editable from code from button click, no big deal. This can just be a temp patch then, seeing as we only have one area.
Yeah, so I know exactly what that is. Make sure it's file build settings, and make sure your scenes are in there so you can see that if you have the integer value, it's not 1. I just wanted to use the actual name. So with this being said, once we try this out with this being an async operation on Unity, it will just freeze Unity while it actually loads everything in. It's not an asynchronous operation. We can load, but you can see here that nothing's happening. It's just frozen, absolutely nothing at all. And in the very last second, once that's complete, then it will show it within the editor, and then it will load our scene. Now, on the other instance, as I'll show you in the background, when it's working on a build, it works absolutely fine. The the operation might well be absolutely fine if you've got a really small scene or a really light scene. Building the game out will actually help you out. And do check out all the links in the description for the awesome Black Friday sales for the Unity assets.
Right, so I think he said that it mainly works when the scene is quite big. So even now, like, yes, we've done this. If we click load, is it gonna do the thing? Did I add a thing to the load? I didn't even add the thing to the load. LOL! Hang on, where's my... Where's my thing gone? Where did that just go? Where did the async thing go? What? Async loading's still there. Random, it disappeared. Create empty. What did he name his? Async manager. Just disappeared. I think he pretty much just dragged this into here. And then the loading screen. Where did my loading screen go? What? I am so confused. Where did that go? What? Okay, like it's not a big deal, but also at the same time, where the hell did it go? Did I re-open the scene without saving? I don't know. I'm gonna save again. What? Why are you so big? Right, get rid of... this main menu. Get out of here. That needs to be above this. Okay. I need to add 2D. An image. Random that it disappeared. Oh, random. Alright, I don't have a slider now. We are adding a slider. So we can follow the tutorial. It doesn't have to be fancy or schmancy. Don't even have to use it later on. It can just sit there. Just gonna get rid of the handle. And then just make the background. Yeah, right. That's fine. So that can now have its slider. The loading screen. Loading. Time to click Control Save. Yes, spam it. No clue what happened there. Loading. And then the main menu. Yeah, because that was called main options. Main options. Yeah, weird, random. Not too sure why that happened, but okay. Right, and then we go to our load, and we go to a sync manager. Level button string, and it's area 1. Right? Save. Save? Don't save as. Save. It's saved. Ah! It did do it. It was very quick. It did do it. It does load. It does load. Okay. Let me just get rid of that. And do that. Let me just... Can I grab the font from here? Ooh, hello. What are you doing? What is going on? You, get here. Did not like that? Does it not like copying and pasting? It probably doesn't. You can add some timeout, like make it stay at least 500 milliseconds. How do we do that? Do we go into the code? I'm just gonna add a text. More code! Loading. Loading. Yeah, that's fine. Text. So I'm just adding some text. Why is this in another canvas? I don't... Just add the text. What's that? Yeah, that's all I want. Unity's doing all kinds of funk. Loading. Oh, that does need to be in capitals. I'm doing that with the UI, I need it to be everywhere. Bookman. Let's shuffle that down a smidge. And then the slider. I just shimmy you. There we go. What's that? Oh, I see. The dot dot dots. It's fine. Oh, I know what we can have. Slider. It would be ridiculously thin. I think it would actually look nice. Because the text currently is cut out. On the buttons. So if it cuts through... Like, it would literally be the world's thinnest loading bar, but... Literally doesn't have to be much loading screens, do they? Literally, like, across there and it cut it. Which... Ooh, could... Hang on. I've got an idea. If the fill area... If the fill... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I have a thought. I have a thought. So if we bring back the handle. Okay. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Add the toggle. Make the toggle less smushed. So it looks like a little shooting star. That? Would that work? Might that work? So it looks like a little shooting star. That'd be cute. Little tiny shooting star. Test time. I mean, I need to... Let me jump into the code to make it last a sec. Because otherwise it won't be... It'll take... Like, let's see. Just see. Oh, I might have to... Yeah, hang on. Gotta turn it off. Go back to main menu. There we go. I mean, it does work. I just need the code to be slower. Well, not slower, but I need to have a minimum time. How would I do that, PK? Your time to shine. How would I do that? How does one may have a minimum travel time? Because dear God, This is just a bunch of goopy mess for me. String out. I'm assuming it would be with a float. I have no idea where to put it though. Ooh. At least we got it to work. That's all good. Just keep that and save it. Also buttons. Where are we for time? We are nearly just about rounding it off. So I could just do some little scribbles towards the endo. For the UI. Oh, hello. Add. Oh, I'm trying to copy it. Oh. B. Line 27. I'm gonna make it 28. What's the dot for? Load operation. Oh my god, this highlighting thing is so annoying. Hang on, I'll get rid of whatever is pasted at the front there. The space. No, that's fine. Load operation dot allow scene. That. Right. Does it eat it? It's eating it. It loads it and then holds. It's holding it. Now it's gonna hang at 100%. That looks good though. Okay, how long is it hanging for? How long are we hanging? How long are we hanging for? Forever? No! Hang on. Then can we do it to a float? I don't know what. Can we... Oh. Change yield return to yield return weight load. Where's yield return? Yield return. Here we go, there. Oh, hang on. We don't want... We want the second one that you've put in. We want this one. That one. Doesn't like that. Ooh. Where is that? In here. Hang on. Do this after line 37. Here. That. No, I'm online. Like that. Like these. Good. Retry. Load operation is misspelled. There you go. Yes. Yes. Let's try. Ah! Nice. We like it. We like it, we like it. Love to see it. Thank you. Okay, this is gonna be... I don't know if you'll be able to answer this question. You can change this a number a second. The second is fine. I'm wondering if there is a way to stop the slider from going from 0 to 100, or whether that's just because the scene is so light at the moment, and it will do that once the scene gets heavier. Because currently, like, there is make it 100% fake. Unrelated to letting, would it eventually escalate from 0 to 100 in like a smooth line once the scene gets heavier? Or is that something that you have to like fake load? Oh, it will. It will once it gets heavier. Because we still have like, obviously if we go to, hang on, I'm going to my scenes. Let's see. Because obviously the scene is freaking huge and we've only done this. So the reason why it's loading so fast is just because it's got that amount of assets. Once this whole thing's filled with enemies as well and particles, I'm sure it will get heavier and it will load like faster. Kitten, what are you doing? Big stretchies. Oh, big stretchies. Well, thank you very much, PK. You have done amazing work. I'll need to credit you. I realised that's our game. But this is 1920 by 1080, so I don't know why our game's so... Hang on. Why is our game so tiny? Why? I guess it kind of needs to be, doesn't it? It does need to be tiny because, otherwise it would take forever to load. What size is our scene? I haven't got like a 1920 by 1080 thing. No. It's always like that. In Unity, UI is always way too huge. Yeah, like... What? This is flipping massive. I mean, as long as it scales up properly in the game, then I'm fine with it. It seems to when I hit play. Yeah, it seems to scale up just fine. It's growing! This is the furthest I've ever gotten in game making. There we go, we are on par onto where I got with my cat stack game. I need to figure out how to get an interactable door and have that go into a separate scene. But also we need, not to get ahead of ourselves, we need a health bar. You might as well just grab one of those free packages from the Unity store with loading screens. But I want to make it, PK. I want to draw it. To be fair, it would be good to grab one and just see what I might need. Oh, we have a loading screen now. Beautiful. Oh, I don't want to open. New. I know I changed the name to health bars, but we're literally going to be wrapping up soon. Health bar, yeah. Well, we'll get some... I don't like how bright that is, but... Beautiful. We'll do a little mock-up of some health bars. I am completely zonked though, so probably after this stream I will not be doing any more drawing today because I am knackered. It all starts with defining player stats. That iPad needs to blooming well charge. I had a charger cable, right? Okay, I had a charging cable for my iPad. However, the kitten ate through the charger, so now my iPad is very dead. I need to boot it up because it's got all my notes on it. Representing them in code. Hang on, I'm shuffling. I have a USB-C cable. What is this cable? What's that? No, not a USB-C. I thought I had it, right? That is a USB extender. That is... Oh, hello. You're USB-C. What are you? Oh. I have a thing. Okay, do I have a plug? I have a plug. Right. You can gather said information from the iPad. That has all of our stuff. All of my noggin ideas when this game first came about. Gotta lean. Gotta stretch. Plug the iPad in. All of the ideas. Charge. Charge. Is that a good cable? Can't tell. Fake are you? Nintendo? No, kitten, don't wake up. Don't wake up, kitten. Where are you? I don't want to run you over. Where did you go? Over there. Okay, we're fine. Right. Whilst that's charging up, with all of the big brain cell ideas that I had like a month ago, which shouldn't take too long, we can just do a rough sketch. Because I think I wasn't going to tie it too much into the weapon, because I wanted that to be a level up. Oh god, I've got to start thinking about level up stuffs. I wanted that to be a separate level up thing where you clasp, kind of like Hollow Knight with charms, you clasp brooches into the hilt of the sword to give it different, or maybe gems to change the direction of light within the hilt to give it special abilities. And by putting these gems in, it changes the angle of the light within the hilt and then does fancy stuff. Am I gonna have, gonna save HP level? Am I gonna save HP level? Come again. Excusez-moi. Like, am I going to have, like, example, if I have star assist between loading. I would like that. I've heard that that's a difficult thing to get around, that it sometimes resets when you go save with 2p load game and you don't have 100%. Yeah, so if you save the game with 2 HP, then next time you load in, you will still have 2 HP. I would like that, because otherwise people could just like save, quit, and load back in, and then all of a sudden they've gained all their energy back, and then they just have like a free oh, this is all on the wrong layer. Get back. Oops. Undo. Let's zoom in, let's zoom out. Undo. Yeah, right. Then you definitely need to make a player class to make that work. Okay, you're gonna have to... Look, anything you tell me now is probably gonna go out the window, because I won't be jumping back onto this until probably... maybe Tuesday? Makes sense. I'm assuming the player class is a thing that you put on the player, like a piece of code, and that keeps all the information stored on there, and it can be carried across levels. Instead of the HP... Yeah, instead of the HP being designated to the scene, it's designated to the player, so the player carries around the information, not the scene. I hope that's right. I hope I've learned something. That would be great to know. Am I learning? And obviously I would like some form of, I'm learning. I know the fundamentals, I just don't know how to apply them. I also don't know if I want to do a stamina bar. I don't want to do a stamina bar in the typical sense of running, because I feel like you should just be able to run everywhere. There will be some sort of dash. Thinking. It takes longer to draw the asset than to make a save load and player stats work. It's why I want to get the drawing done first, because then I can be like, okay, plink plonk, do the assets. Hey, it looks great straight away. In my eyes, it looks great straight away. Whereas if I do the coding with like, just like in-game assets of just, here are some squares, then to me, I'm just like, oh god, now I've got to follow up with all the assets. Whereas if I get this done, I like this. I like this thing. Right, this isn't what it's going to be. This isn't anywhere near what it's going to look like. but this is just an example. Because we could have an actual bar of health. Yes, kitten, I heard you chirp. Oops. Move. Here. Did I score some hot deals today? I've been scoring hot deals all week. Black Friday is no longer a Friday thing. It's been a whole week thing. So I think I managed to just throw... In a typical girl sense, I literally threw an entire basket worth of clothes in and they're on the way soon. But they were selling stuff that was like originally £30 instead of £4.50 and I'm like, throw it in the basket. Throw it in the basket. What else did we get? There's a few bits and bobs around the house that we were missing. So our Google Home wasn't connecting to the internet since moving, so we got a new sort of Google Home-like thing so we can play music downstairs. Just bits and bobs, really. It's that kind of year where it's like, okay, all the stuff that you probably should have bought throughout the year that you've been putting off, now's the right time because you get a little bit of money off. It's like, yeah, it's good. I'm thinking, I'm not sure what would be here. I'm just gonna do a circle to begin with. Like some sort of light juice. And then the lives are little stars. Because I'm not sure what the health system should be. Whether it should be, is the HP going to recover gradually? So, I know what mechanic I would like to do for healing. How I'm going to implement it is, like, I have no clue. But basically, I want the animation of her holding her hand to the ground and light being absorbed from the ground when she heals. So you can heal, technically, at any time. But it does take a little while to heal. So it's more of a time constraint than an item constraint. Maybe if you say, because I want kind of maybe like a light fountain or something for bigger saves, for bigger like health rewards. Maybe if you save at a fountain, it gives you, say, like an extra 2 temp ones. And then if you get those knocked off, then you can only self-heal up to 3. Like the... It's not Hive Blood. Is it Hive? No, it's not. It's not Hive Blood. What's the blue charm in Hollow Knight? Where it gives you the blue stuff. Basically like that. It's temporary saves. Any lit area. How about you heal when you stand in a lit area? Yeah, so there'll be certain areas on the floor which will have little particles. So if I like just... No. If there's like an area which has like something like this with light and then little particles like this, then that's a natural well of health. I mean, you can catch any light and it heals you. True. The main restraint that I wanted is that it takes a good few seconds for you to take it. So obviously, in a boss fight, the floor could be solid rock or something, so you might not be able to heal. Or it takes too long, and so ideally you've gotta maybe heal when the boss is down. So I don't think it's a problem to the player to be able to heal anywhere. But maybe just restricting it to just like these little light swells here, and then the player can basically go go like this. Can't remember what my player looks like. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. If she goes like this, puts her hand on the floor, then it sucks up the energy. I think that might be a good way of balancing it. You can get these extra ones if you go to maybe fountain that's like this, maybe a light fountain. Like that maybe. And that gives you a little extra power and smells. I can't just believe you just like that. That's just how my brain flows. This is why I would never be able to do any sort of other job, because literally it's just like, oh, just come up with an idea for some healing. I'm like, well, we could do this with a little bit of that and just sprinkle a little bit. Yeah, that kind of works out. And everyone's just like, I'm just like, yeah, it's a throw together. It's fine. And then like from this, I'll work on it. Like I'll just work on it. But I've had this idea for a while, of her sticking her hand on the floor. But maybe fleshing it out with just like some temp HP. Would it be for a cost? Because I know, oh, Kitten's getting back into her carrier bag. You don't want to go back to the vets, Kitten. Oh, it's because her mouse is in her, bless. Overheal? Yeah, let me get a picture of the Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight, health bar, blue. Where is it? Hollow Knight, health bar. Yeah, there it is. Hang on. I mean, that's the stupid one because you can just overdo it, but blue. Blue blood charm, life blood charm, life blood charm. There we go. Oh no, just get rid of the charm part. Life blood. Has to be one with just the extra health on the end. All night. Life blood. It's like that, but not as chaotic. I'm trying to find ones where it's not broken. Because there's a way to break the health bar in Hollow Knight. I'm trying to find the one where it's not broken. Where is the non-broken? I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can find the non-broken. Chaos. Absolute chaos. Cannot find. Okay, right. So basically, I'll just copy this image. So this is the regular Hollow Knight health bar, right? However, if you hit these lifeblood orbs, these sacks, it then gives you like another 2 temporary ones. And then, obviously, once they get hit off, then you can't heal those back, because that's literally like an extra little thing that the overworld gave you. It's just like a little, hey, little pick-me-up, little health thing. And say if these were empty, it wouldn't replenish those, it would just give you an extra 2 on the side. So it probably wouldn't look like the regular health, because they look blue, so they do look different. So maybe they would have like an extra little thing. Obviously I can't make the health bar too big because it's got to sit along the top, and maybe it would have like a little extra thing like that, and then the empty ones would just be kind of like a shell, maybe. Or maybe I just want them removed. Does Hollow Knight just remove them? I do not know. It has been quite some time since I played Hollow Knight, and whenever I type in Hollow Knight, it gives me Silksong. Fans are eagerly awaiting Silksong. It shades it out. It shades it out. Which I know isn't, like, the only thing that I can do. Kitten, what are you doing? She's just mucking around. Want to add, like, a last chance mechanic, like in Borderlands. What is a last chance mechanic? You can make these things float around your character instead of it being in a bar. I feel like that might be a little bit distracting. I know particles can be quite distracting, especially when you're trying to keep an eye on the player themselves. I just don't know whether I want, like, notches. This, or maybe... No, that would look silly. Or would it? Hang on. Maybe if I just divide it properly. Go like this. This is a proper real scribble. Scribbles. It's technically linked. Like that, maybe? Last shots, when you're about to die, you become invincible for 10 seconds. If you kill an enemy during that time, you get restored full HP. Oh, that sounds like a pain in the ass to code. I wouldn't mind giving the character a buff if they're on low HP. If low HP, maybe, longer invincibility frames. Like, not long. I wouldn't make it long. But say if their iframes are like 2 frames when coming out of an animation. Maybe if you're dying, it's like you're on a last light type thing. Lower the HP, the bigger the move speed. Sonic game. Yeah. Like if you're on 1 HP, it could just be called last light. And if you're maybe that could just be an extra. That could be a charm. Last light. And if you get to that certain health, then you deal... Oh, it's a red tearstone ring. It's a red tearstone ring. You do more damage if you're lower on health. If you're on 1 HP. Sounds like a perk. It does sound like a perk. That's what the red tearstone ring is in Dark Souls. It's if you're on very low HP, basically 1 hit away from death, then you deal pretty much like twice the amount of damage as you would usually. So then people run around and they do red tearstone ring runs where anything could basically... Like, they beat a giant boss and then they fall off a cliff and die. Stub their toe and then it's just like, Well, these designs give me something to think about. I like the temp well idea. Like lifeblood. I just don't want it to be too much like, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's so good. It has so many good ideas. I think that's where I'm gonna round it up. Because it's been an incredibly long day for me. I've got to save this. Save as. Drag over here. Save that is... Of course the kitten throws my iPad on the floor. I just saw her tread on the side of that and then it literally went... PSDs, it's not really any of that, it's just, HP, HUD, There you go. Beautiful. Time to rename to Follow Knight. I mean, that would be a pretty good name for a game. It would be a pretty good name for a game, Follow Knight. But yeah, with that, I think we will probably round up. We did some good work. We did some very good work today. Well, I say we. PK, you helped a lot. Where is it? We've got some stuff done. It's so nice to see. It's beautiful. Now we've got lovely options, which aren't hooked up to anything yet, but we have options and a load bar. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. With that, I will probably be streaming regularly again on Monday. The Sound of Progress. It is slow and steady, but there's progress nonetheless. I'll probably be streaming regularly again on Monday. We'll be going back to Blasphemous. And then hopefully just some more game making on the following Thursday. I think that's the plan for next week. So thank you very much for all jumping in. And I will see you guys next week.